Hola, ¿qué tal? Welcome. This is Agent Spotlight. We are here. The show that brings you the best real estate agents. In this case, we kind of put a little twist to it, so you guys are in for a treat. My name is Carlos Estrada. Stay tuned. And this is Agent Spotlight.
Hi everyone, my name is Abel, Badillo. Aquí estamos con una super invitada, como le dice Carlitos. Aquí tenemos a los mejores agentes de bienes y raíces en todo el estado, pero hoy les traemos una de las mejores prestamistas en todo el estado. Hoy tenemos aquí a Vanessa Torres con VIP Mortgage. How are you, Vanessa?
Hi, Abel. I'm really good. I'm very happy. Thank you for the invitation. And, we're here just talk about, whatever you guys want to know about me, my career, the industry. It's up to you. Just ask me.
Vanessa, every time we start the show, so everybody's like, "Hey, so what are we talking about?" And you didn't send me a list of questions, so I can prepare. It's like the idea of the show is obviously catch you on the spot, get to know who you are at a not just like a personal level, but also at a business level. Why? Because the majority of the time that we know that clients, customers, however you want to call them out there that are looking to buy or get into a property don't have the opportunity, don't give themselves the opportunity to interview different loan officers, different real estate agents. They kind of just say, what, so-and-so is a lender, call them, they're going to do your loan. And I mean, it's a huge investment and every lender has different products, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe the products could be the same. I think the experience has a lot to do with how you structure a loan and how you can qualify a client. As far as me goes, I've been doing this for almost 19 years next month, the third. I'll be doing this for 19 years. Yeah. I started as, doing telemarketing. I've been pretty much everything: loan officer, processor, processing manager, underwriter. No. So that's given me a lot of experience, and I'm very passionate about my job. When I see a client, I don't just see money. Yep. I see an opportunity to give my people, my community, a great opportunity to be homeowners. Yeah. And I always fight for them. So with that said, I've always take the time to learn the guidelines. It's not just about selling, it's about understanding your product and knowing what you're selling to your client. Yeah. And also, like, when we have the filing process, never being afraid of contacting the underwriter, correcting when they're wrong, and really going to battle for my clients. That's what I'm all about. And I have a huge team that supports me. Yeah. And I'm very happy with what we do for our clients, even though they go to like different lenders, like you said, and they are told, no, you don't qualify, or you only qualify for so much. They knock on your door with us, and we tell them, we guide them through the process of what they really need to do to get qualified. And I can tell you that I'm really proud to say that I've helped a lot of people that have been struggling for years to be able to get qualified to buy a house, and I've been able to help them. And today, they actually own a house. Oh,
that's amazing. Vanessa, I know, and I personally know you, so, I mean, I've known you for a few years now. Before I know you talked about, hey, you know what, I've been an underwriter, I've been a processor. I mean, I kind of want to get to know and talk about a little bit about what that is. Why? Because people are listening out there, and I know in the real estate world, we throw terms out there, right? Acronyms, terms, and to the consumer, they're really listening out there. And they're like, well, that means nothing, you know what I mean? And they kind of go along with it just, because you don't want to ask the question. But I do want to talk a little bit about what that means. But before that, I do want to ask you just personal questions as into what did you do before lending? Because I know you've done this, you said 19 years, but what was before that?
Before that, I was a teacher's assistant.
Okay.
I was in college. I was taking some classes, and I was actually assisting, especially at kids, for Creighton School District back then. And then
you said Creighton?
Yes, okay. Creighton School District. And then I took this real estate class as an elective, and I was really, really interested in, the industry, and I wanted to become a real estate agent. And then I was like, how do I get into it, right? I took the class. Then I saw a post for a job as a telemarketing person for a mortgage company, and I called, and they hired me, and that's how I started.
So, you were already kind of like in the service industry of helping people. You were helping younger adults or kids?
Yeah, there were kids, special ed. it was a huge experience for me because you become very compassionate. You know, you see other things aside from, you know, just ourselves and like being like normal. You see these people struggling with daily life needs, and they always need help, you know, to get through life. And
Right.
you understand and you appreciate your life so much more because you're like, wow, I'm very fortunate to have what I have, even to be able to walk or move or be able to talk. These people actually, you know, they're even, you know, more down to earth than a lot of the people that are normal like us. And
Right.
that taught me to be more of service and always wanting to help.
It helps appreciate, you know, I mean, I would say, you know, just when you personally, you know, you encounter, you get to know people, obviously, that have these disabilities, you know, helps you appreciate who you are,
Yes.
you know, and what you do and how you step in. Other question, if you were not in real estate, like, you know, you'd say you just disappears from you, what would you do?
You know, if I was in real estate, I'd probably have
You can't be a realtor, you can't be a lender, because you're a lender, you know, you help it, you
I probably
know?
would have been a teacher.
Yeah?
I would have been a teacher because that's what I was going to school for. Or business. That's another thing, you know, I had like my eye on. But my mom is a teacher, so I was, you know,
Wanted to
trying to
follow
be,
in her footsteps.
correct. Yes. Yeah. My daughter's actually, you know, going to school right now to be a music teacher as well. So
Oh.
I think that's kind of in the family.
So helping and teaching people, you know, and that's the service is definitely something that you guys are, you know, focused in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Vanessa, what is your why and what are you most passionate about?
I'm very passionate about, you know, first of all, I'm very competitive. You know, I think ever since I was a little girl, my mom raised me to always try to be the best at what I can be. Not competing with others, but, you know, I always want to be
Competing with yourself.
yes, like the best version of myself. And I always catch myself knowing like, man, I need to improve here and I'm going to work so hard to get there. And it's not even about money. It's about just improving myself as a person, as a loan officer, as a manager, as a friend. It's just in every area, I always tried my best. And I'm just very passionate about my career. I could tell you that I don't see myself doing anything else aside for this. I tried at some point and it didn't really work out. I love this. I love helping people. I love helping my community. I love working with professionals in the industry like yourselves. And I'm just very happy about, you know, what I do.
No, and that's really cool. And I think one of the things I want to highlight is that you really do go above and beyond for your clients. So you're the person that you want, you know, batting for them,
Right.
and, like helping them and representing them. Do you remember your first loan transaction?
19 years ago? Let's see how good her memory.
I mean,
Let's see how good her memory
Missy's
is.
been in the industry almost 30 years, and she remembered like the name and
Oh,
everything.
yeah, you're
Yes,
right.
I do remember my first transaction, and as a matter of fact, she came back about 4 times. The last transaction I did for her was in 2011. But you know, it was a refinance, and I was doing telemarketing, and this lady said, well, you know what, I've been having problems getting qualified because of my credit. I need some cash to pay off my debt. And at the time, I didn't know anything except for they just pretty much threw me into the whole situation and you just do it yourself.
Yeah.
So I met a loan officer that actually helped me and guided me through the whole process. We were able to help this lady back in the days, subprime, you know, lending days, and she was able to close and get some cash. She came back, you know,
Super happy,
Yes.
super grateful.
Happy
Because
other
you
times.
changed her life. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe if she didn't qualify and was able to, you know, raise her credit and refinance, she would have lost her house.
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now, let's say that you weren't in the real estate arena, what's something that you would ask a lender before you like did your pre-qualification?
Before you hired him.
Before I hired him,
Or
I
her.
would say, why would I want to work with you? What can you do for me aside from selling me your product? Because, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are really good at sales and talking, but you want to know exactly, because everybody could tell you, yes, I'm going to help you, I'll qualify you, but at the time, like, something gets stuck in the middle, they have no, you know,
Drive, no
ability
ambition.
to go fight for the client. So you want to know more about their background and their experience, you know, how long they've been in the industry, if they know their products inside out.
Okay.
That's amazing. Vanessa, how does somebody get a hold of you?
Well,
I want. Do you have social medias,
Yes.
TikTok? Please, everything.
Yes, well, I don't have TikTok. I do have a Facebook. They can find me at Vanessa Mortgage Loan Originator, or, and they can find me via, they can text me at 602-503-3325, or you can call. If I don't answer, just send me a text message. Instagram, I do have one. It's I have two actually. The Torres team, they could find me there. I have to think of the name right now.
We're gonna look it up during commercial, and then we're gonna give it to you guys. Vanessa, well, I like how you come from a place of service. You did. I mean, being a teacher. Well, you weren't a teacher, a teacher's assistant, but I mean it takes, personally, I think it takes a lot to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to set off to be a teacher, only because, I mean, I don't know personally, right? But I keep hearing that there's not a lot of money there. Yeah.
There's not, but I can tell you that I come from, my mom, being a teacher, and she was always so passionate about it. She's retired now, but just the stories and being able to help these kids, especially immigrant kids, is amazing. I just, always look into my mom's footsteps, and I'm so proud, being her daughter. It's just my mom taught me to have values and to care for people, and that's who she is, and I want her to be like her. I always looked up to her, and I said I want to be like my mom.
Right. That's amazing.
Vanessa, we're going to go on a very, very short break. And when we come back, we're going to be playing some games. You're going to get to spin a roulette wheel, and we're going to play some Truth or Dare. So.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right. Let's go.
Right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Bianca Gonzalez. I'm an escrow officer here at Driggs Title. I have been in the title and escrow industry for about 20 years and an escrow officer for the past 16 years and here at Driggs for the past 3 years. I look forward to closing your transactions, send them my way, and we can get these buyers into their forever home. Thanks for watching Agent Spotlight.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Agent Spotlight. Once again, we're having a conversation with Vanessa Torres, loan originator. This is something that we, actually, you're the first loan officer actually in the show.
Really?
So that's highly to say, right? We only bring something that I don't know if you know this, Vanessa, but here in the show, we only bring real estate agents that are really making it happen in the community. The criteria to obviously come to the show is, you're closing at least 3 to 4 transactions, 5 transactions, 6 transactions monthly, right? And when it comes to the real estate agent, I mean, that's a high producing agent.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we're just kind of taking a little spin off and, invited you. Thank you very much for being in the show. But Vanessa has been in the industry for over 19 years now.
It'll be 19 years, February 3rd.
February 3rd.
Yeah.
We're gonna start. I want to talk a little bit about your professional career, how you can help. But before that, we always like to break the ice a little bit more, and play a little bit of games. One of them is Truth or Dare. It was gonna ask you the question because I'm gonna hand it off to him.
Wow, throw me under the bus.
Yeah.
So Vanessa, what do you pick? Do you want to do a truth or do you want to do a dare?
I'll do a truth.
A truth.
It has to be truth.
What was the last lie you told and why?
The last lie I told in live.
No, not in life. And why?
Oh, the last lie. Oh my God, I can't remember the last lie I said.
That's a lie.
She's like me right now.
That's a lie.
I'm trying to remember.
She's trying to remember something not too incriminating.
Yeah.
Just about lies.
I'm sure it had to do with time, Vanessa.
I'm on my way.
I'm almost there.
Everyone knows me. I'm such an open book that I don't hide anything. I don't have any secrets. Maybe my mom about where I've been. Sometimes she calls and she wants to know what I'm doing. So sometimes, I don't. Oh, maybe I remember the last line. I was back in June when my mom was asking me about a situation I had, and she confronted me a week later because she knows how I am, and she says, "Hey, she has a saying in Spanish that says, cuando mi gallo no canta, algo trae atorado en la garganta. And she's like, what's wrong with you? You've been like avoiding me. And I actually had to come clean with her about a situation that I had. Is I didn't want to worry my mom about what I was going through, and that's why I lied to her. So yeah.
So you said you were okay when you weren't.
Yeah, but I came clean with her. So
a week later.
yeah.
So now we're gonna have you spin our roulette wheel, see what kind of prize you win.
Oh, nice.
There's a possibility you might have to take a shot with us.
Really?
I think that's my favorite prize because I get something out of that too.
You gotta go hard.
No, you have to fix the little thing.
There it is.
Hard. Oh, she gets a gift card.
Gift card. All right.
No shot, Abel.
No shot. We started the show with that, and I was like, we're gonna get a shot. What do you want? What do we have in here? We have a Starbucks gift card, a gift card to Home Depot, and the Foot Locker card.
To the Starbucks.
All right.
No one's saying, but Carlos is insistent.
Really? I like Starbucks.
All right. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Vanessa, I'd like to get to know you a little bit more on the professional side. I mean, I already know you, but I know people there that could really benefit from your service. 19 years in the industry. How do you prepare every day to be the best version of Vanessa Torres and helping people?
Well, I prepare since the night before. I'm very, obsessive of my email. I'm on top of it, and always returning messages. So every night, I kind of get in, especially like after a weekend, I kind of get in the mindset that, okay, we have to start the week, what's pending, what's going to close, who I need to call back, this Monday. And I just kind of go through my messages. And the next morning as I wake up, the first thing I do is check my email again.
Yep.
And I have a group, messenger with my whole team, and just kind of go over the dates. What's closing this week? Are we through the end of the month? When is the last day for CD on refinances? When is the last day for CDs on purchases? And we kind of focus on that. And I have someone who's my supervisor to, manage my pipeline. And we kind of go over the pipeline at least 3 times a week to see what's closing. So that's how we prepare ourselves. I got, check my calendar. You guys that know me and work with me know that I work based off of a calendar. So I check my calendar. What appointments do we have today? Confirming them. Are they coming in? Do they need to be rescheduled? So that's kind of, that's how my day goes every day.
Well, that's a lot of preparing, but yeah.
There's a lot of preparation. And I think that's something that's something that's unique to you, because you see a lot of people that wanted to become lenders. They did that within the last year, 2 years, and they're good salespeople, so they're getting a lot of business. But at the end of the day, they don't have the experience that you have. They don't have the team that you have to kind of make it happen. Vanessa, who are the people that you're able to help?
I'm able to help pretty much any client that's willing to work with us and listen and be, like a team player, because it's crucial. Like, nothing is impossible. A lot of people come in here and they're like, well, I don't qualify now. And I've been told the same thing by 3 other lenders, but they're not told why.
Right.
They're not explained why or what's needed for them to qualify in the future. And that's what we do different. We give them a plan and we follow up with them in certain times. So it's really up to the client if they want to make it happen. And we have a plan and we tell them, okay, this by the next 90 days you should be ready. So we pull a follow-up appointment for them. We call them, and then if they did their homework, then we're able to help. And I think you guys have seen that in the past as well. So I'm able to help anybody that's willing to basically make the effort. I know it's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy because it's not. But if they're willing to do the homework and work with us, it is possible.
Vanessa,
that's very important to say, just because I think that you don't tell them no, you tell them like, okay, maybe you don't qualify right away, but this is what you need to do.
But more than anything, bro, and something that's happening right now is that there's a lot of money flowing through the market, right? So a lot of people right now, this day and age, are, you know what I mean? Their concern is, hey, you know what? Market values have gone up. You know what I mean? Everybody, you don't even have to be in the real estate space to know that everything has gone up in value, And a lot of times, I mean, there's a lot of buyers out there too that are, you know what I mean, that are out there with the prequel, and it's not enough, And I know, and I've seen it where there's lenders that they just can't add up their income, or they can't,
There's a lot of lenders that are bad at
calculating income. And what that means for you is that your pre-qualification is a little lower than it should be. Or
maybe it is higher. I've seen it where they go completely wrong, and
then
qualify.
They have to get a loan denial.
Yes.
So one thing that I've noticed with Vanessa, and I think you kind of pointed it out earlier in the conversation, is you've been a loan officer, you've been a processor, you've been a processing manager, you've been an underwriter. So those are all the stages that a loan goes through. So that kind of gives you a little bit of an advantage, right? Because from the get-go, you already know what the underwriter is looking for. You know what the processors are going to need.
And you get to know, like, we have an amazing group of underwriters at VIP Mortgage, and we work with them on the daily. So we kind of get used to what they like to see in a file, and you kind of go with the flow, and and when they go out of the line, or maybe they're asking for something that's not needed. What I like about VIP underwriters is you just call them and say, hey, I don't agree with this. And then they research with management, or they call Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac directly, or the Hawk, and they're like, you're right. I'm sorry, I apologize. They waive it. So they're not hard-headed people. They're like,
easy to work
yes,
with.
I'm the underwriter, so I make the rules and you don't contest. And that's the difference. A lot of especially the newer lows, they're afraid of the underwriter. They're like, oh, I'm not.
It's going to deny my loans.
I better not, try to fight for this because they know better than I do. And I could tell you that they're not always 100% right. They are the underwriters, but they make mistakes too.
Yeah.
Vanessa, do you charge people for an initial consult? Do you charge them to come see if they pre-qualify? Do you charge for credit checks?
Nothing. It's 100% free, and it's like they don't have to commit to anything.
How long is an appointment usually?
About maybe 30-45 minutes.
Okay.
Could be longer if they have a lot of questions.
Do you do phone appointments?
Yes, we do phone appointments all the time. We work weekends.
Well, I had to ask that because I know not a lot of loan officers offer that service, right? And a lot of the times, specifically the people that hey, I've been working on my credit, I've been rebuilding it. I don't know if I want to come into the office and, for you to tell me no, because I've been told no before. The idea is that, hey, can I talk to you over the phone and we can go over maybe my options before I, commit and come, sit down and get told no again.
We do it all the time, and we actually prefer it that way. Like kind of like avoid them to having to travel or drive or spend a lot of time just driving. We could do it on the phone. It takes the same amount of time.
The idea is that the reason why I ask is because sometimes when you're at home talking to somebody, you tend to open up a little bit more, as opposed to like I'm sitting in front of you and I don't want to tell you that I owe back child support. Yeah,
I know. I hear you. Yeah. A lot of our clientele, within the Hispanic community, they're not very trusting, so they want to go see where you work. So I could tell you that maybe 80% of our clientele, they prefer to go in person.
But you do offer.
But we do offer phone. I actually have a phone appointment today with a client that wants to buy, and he's from Canada. He says, like, I don't want to go into the office and waste my time. Yeah. I want to tell you my situation first and see if you're going to be able to help me.
Right.
And then if it's something possible, then we'll set up an appointment for me to come into the office. So, yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. Vanessa, we're sadly running out of time. Yeah. Can you give us your social media, your phone number, how they can reach you?
Sure. It's a lot easier to reach me by text 602-503-3325. I have a
Hold on. A little slower because I
602-503-3325, and I have social media, Vanessa Loan Originator, for Facebook. Even what's my Instagram?
Look me up on Instagram.
It is Torres Team by VIP.
Oh, VIP Mortgage. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our show for today, Vanessa, Agent Spotlight.
Thank you,
Vanessa. Thank you very much. She's a very, very busy loan officer.
So
yeah,
to take time out
and it just gets me how busy you are, and you allowed yourself some time to be here with us today. So thank you very much for that.
I have to do this more, and I have to make time to do this a little bit more than I usually do. But thank you for the invitation. I'm really happy to be here and sharing with you some experiences and.
Cool. We'll see you soon.
That was Agent Spotlight, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. Until the next one.